What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Maurice, and this is the Wrasslin Room. Last episode that was recorded was back in February, and we were discussing the whole Rock coming in and trying to take Cody's shine from WrestleMania 40, and the beginning of the We Want Cody movement. Since then, WrestleMania has passed, and I have a new co-host.
I'm Not Famous has arrived. My voice sounds a little hoarse because I was sick. I kind of am sick now, but we still here with it.
Um, so yeah, WrestleMania was all of what we know
51
now
days.
to be 51 days ago. Damian Priest has been champion for 50 days now, and
Oh, my fault.
and yeah, we both went to WrestleMania. It was our first Mania. Do you want to talk about your experience of that entire weekend from start to finish?
Uh, that was hands down the best experience I've ever had. I spent a whole bunch of money. Um, you know, that was bad. Lincoln Financial. I don't know why I'm paying $20 for chicken fingers and fries and drink 3 days in a row. So but the other part of it, the wrestling part was excellent. Cody Rhodes defeated Roman Reigns, which is really all I paid my money to see. Um, Not ask Damian Priest is world champion, as was said. Again, to me, I'm telling you this out. It could be breaking news because you never would know, but it's okay. Um, yeah. um, Everything else was excellent. It was just beyond WrestleMania. Stand and Deliver was great. The Raw and SmackDown shows surrounding it was great. The convention, um, world was better than I thought it would be. I didn't know what I was walking into until I looked like I was like about to walk into a wrestling ring with everything they had. The detail there was just absolutely amazing. Um, Got to meet a whole bunch of people. Got to see a whole bunch of people I already knew, and got to see this beautiful lady. So it was all a great time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Then I do need my money back.
stop being so humble. You got stopped on the street by one of your TikTok followers.
First of all, I wasn't even going to say that because this is not my facility. But yes, that did happen. One of the times it happened, if we want to talk about it, you know what I'm saying. But um, that made the experience 10 times better. Getting as you may not know, I am from Philadelphia, so getting support in the city that I've been in my entire life for something I've been working towards was just it makes everything worthwhile. So that one kid made my whole weekend 10 times freaking better. I hope he's having a great day. You know what I'm saying? But that was freaking great too. But 10 out of 10 weekend. I would love to do it again sometime. You know what I'm saying?
For me, Mania was everything that I could have possibly expected it to be. Mania weekend was almost like my first like WWE experience. Like it was so close to being like the first thing, and that probably would have like fucked me over really really badly. So I'm happy I did get to experience other shows prior to
Hmm.
going to Mania. Being being around that many wrestling fans for that many days was fucking insane. Honestly, truthfully, I think Mania weekend was probably the one time wrestling fans weren't musty.
That's what I wanted to say. Everyone's talking about they be stinky. I didn't see. I didn't detect any stench. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Maybe it's just the Philadelphia feeling of it. I don't know, but hey,
yeah, and then on
not
top
everyone's
of
from
that,
Philadelphia. I understand.
and then on top of that, it was kind of cold. So if you funky in the cold, something's wrong.
It was cold. Night one. The reason why we weren't so loud is because we were crying because it was cold.
Yeah. Night one messed me up so bad that I slept in my hotel room with the heat on 80 in
Oh,
sweatpants and a hoodie, and then I woke up and my body was fucking aching. Like I could barely move that day for night two.
that was a That was a lot happened that entire night. That was a rough one, but hey, we alive, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't do anything I had planned on Sunday. I wanted to go to WrestleCon. I had tickets for WrestleCon for the whole weekend. Didn't step foot in WrestleCon at all. We had tickets for WWE World for Sunday. Didn't go. I had a a tailgate that came with my ticket. Didn't go. It, like, night one beat my ass really, really badly. Like, I was bed bound until it was time to, like, go. And then on top of that, night two, I didn't even wear any makeup. I just threw my wig on, threw on a hat, a bunch of layers, and went. And then it was warm night two, so that shit pissed me off. It was just like,
Yeah,
it was just like, bro, what the fuck,
you're
man?
prepared, right?
Yeah, I was overly prepared. I was warm as fuck up there though, but still, it was just like, and I think there was a difference in temperature though, because you were in the lower half. I was up top.
Yeah.
So like we got
You
the
it was
cold.
colder up there for you,
Yeah, we
probably.
got the cold first before it even hit y'all.
Y'all pre-ordered that cold. That shit was terrible. That looked bad. I didn't like that.
And then like people's like candy wrappers and shit was being taken by the wind. I've seen so many candy wrappers just flying from one side of the stadium to the other during night
Hold on, hold
two.
on, hold on, hold on, hold
Huh?
on. There's a slight ringing when you're talking.
Is there?
It sounds like an alarm clock.
Huh?
Every time you talk, it's like a slight alarm clock sound.
It might be my
Every time you
fan.
say something.
It might be my fan. But I don't think it's picking up for me. It might just be picking up for you.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm sitting next to a window. So,
It just started, so that's why I told
um, what else? You mentioned Stand and Deliver.
you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. That's not humorous. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. She's trying to get at the fact that I was how can I say this? Dissatisfied. I was dissatisfied with the endings of multiple matches, but mainly the main event. Um, because the Honorable Carmelo Hayes, unfortunately, lost to that guy with the song. I forget his name.
You
God,
didn't forget his name. You posted him for his birthday yesterday on Instagram.
I'll be posting a whole bunch of stuff in my story. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Trick Williams, him, yeah, that
Yeah,
guy.
the
Um,
NXT champion. Yes.
yes, you know what I'm saying. He just got there. Melo had it like 6, 4, 5, 100 times. I don't know, but yeah, Trick won. I do like Trick. I really do. It's just I don't think Carmelo Hayes should lose ever. You know what I'm saying? So I was mad, and hey, it
I
happens.
captured
You know
it
what
on
I'm saying?
camera. It was great.
I wish you did it. You know,
It
because
was
that was
it
one of the low
was
points in my
it
life.
was it
And
was great to sit next to you and just watch you like crumble. Like it was
you
absolutely
see,
wonderful.
bro, I needed help in that time, and all they do is laugh and record. That's all my friends do.
It
Everyone
was
in my life, they just look
it
at me
was
and
it
they
was
just
amazing. Like I watched that video very often.
okay, all right.
Yeah, it was great. Um Whoop that trick, yeah. The only thing that I regret about that weekend is not going to WWE World Sunday and not waking up early on Monday because I missed both Jimmy Uso and Trick Williams and they had free meet and greets at WWE World. But I did get to see Xavier Woods again and he remembered me from DreamCon last year, so that made my entire day. Like I showed him the picture. He was like, "Oh yeah, like I remember you from DreamCon." I was just like, "Yeah, that's my man, my man, my man." And I finally got my up down down mini belt signed. So that's gonna go into a frame whenever the fuck I can get a hold of one. um, what was it like seeing John Cena for the first time?
Oh man, let me tell you something. You want to talk about? Oh man, I can't even put it into words. That was a lot of the stuff on my wrestling. I don't like saying bucket list, but on my wrestling to do list, were checked off, and John Cena was like number two on that list. I never saw him before prior to WrestleMania, so seeing him come out and help Cody win. That was just all. That's all I needed to see. And he came out on Raw too. Raw was even better. I think. I feel like I knew he was gonna come out at WrestleMania, but coming out on Raw, that was a whole different experience. I love that guy, man. If he retires, whenever he does, I'm going to be crying all day. So, paying you for that. Greatest of all time.
I'm not the biggest John Cena fan, but I did pop when he came out at Mania. And the reason why I popped is because, like, I said his name and then his music came on. Like, I literally said the Cena effect, and before I could get the word effect out, all you heard was, and I was just like, Jesus Christ. So I popped.
For the greatness, too. It's okay.
Monday night, I did not. I was just like, damn, he's back. Fuck. But
that's crazy.
WrestleMania Night 2 was my first time seeing John Cena as well. You guys know I have, like, this random ass fucking clip on TikTok that went viral of when The Undertaker popped up on NXT, and they were, like, advertising it. Well, they were advertising Cody being on NXT, and then at the end of the commercial was, like, a gong. And I posted the clip, it went viral, That gong still makes my heart fall into my ass till this day. So when it actually happened at WrestleMania, I didn't know how to feel about myself. But I was indeed scared. But he did what he was supposed to do, so.
Right.
Definitely 100% love The Undertaker. Like, we'll never take that from him. He's amazing. That was my first time seeing The Rock. That's my GOAT. One of my GOATs, actually. My GOAT wrestled last night and did something amazing, but we'll talk about that later. But yeah, WrestleMania was amazing. I got to meet some wrestlers that weekend. I got to meet The Pride, so Street Profits, B-Fab, and Bobby Lashley. I was scared as shit of Bobby Lashley. That is a tall, gigantic man. I didn't expect Bobby to be that tall. Yeah. He's huge. Like, when I walked over, like, I immediately got nervous. And I don't usually get nervous when I meet people. But, like, it was something about Bobby that just, like, I started to shake. And I told B-Fab that. I was like, I just got really nervous. She was like, what? And then Montez was like, why are you nervous? I was like, why are you so loud? There's mad people here. Like, there's mad.
No, I can you be nervous.
It's like, there's mad people in here. Like, why did you just let all these people in this room know that I got shook? Like... Relax, calm down before I get Bianca. Like, you're mad. So I met them at SmackDown, and then I met Piper Niven, Tegan Knox, and Nikki Cross at Raw. Those girls were a joy. They hyped my head up something crazy. They were fun to be around. Apparently, the meet and greets that I did miss was Braun Strowman, DDP, Samantha Irving, and Ricochet at the tailgates.
Samantha Irving was there,
and Chelsea Green was at one of them. So that's what I missed at the tailgates. And then I guess before I got to Raw, DIY and Xia Li came in before Piper, Tegan, and Nikki. So those were the people that I missed. Not gonna lie, kind of disappointed I missed DIY, but I was doing more important things, which caused me to miss such. So I no sweat off my back. I'll get another chance to do that. Long as it wasn't like any USO or anything like that, I'm good. Aside from missing Jimmy on Sunday. So enough of Mania. King and Queen of the Ring.
Gunther is the king of the ring, and Randy Orton, his shoulders were not pinned, and it's not that deep. I ain't gonna lie, everyone's making a big fuss about it. The result was gonna be the result no matter what. Mm-hmm. Submission, pinfall, it doesn't matter really. I understand I'm not gonna say anger, because what are you angry about? But I understand the confusion. But they're gonna run the match back, and obviously they can't do it again. At the time of this filming, it's Monday, so you can't you can't do it tonight because Randy is hurt again. So because Gunther whooped that ass. I mean,
Oh my
because
God.
Randy Randy's been through a lot in his career, and he got one bad wheel. So until he comes back from that, you can't run the match back. But Gunther's still the king of
Randy's
the ring.
like almost 50, so his body got some
Yeah,
wear and tear on it too. He's like what, 47, 46, something like
that's the
that.
ring general effect. You know what I'm saying? You get in the ring with him, they're gonna whoop your ass. Win, loss, or draw. So I mean, hey, but results always gonna be the same. Um, I would love to run the match back though, because why not?
So in my prediction, I had Gunther winning. Since that was like, the route that they were going. I kind of figured Gunther was gonna win since he was the first to declare for the King and Queen of the Ring tournament. So that being a thing, I was just like, okay. When I saw the match, like when I saw the pin, I immediately said like once like 1, 2, 3, ring the bell. I was like, that wasn't supposed to go like that, and you could tell like by the way like the pin was that it wasn't necessarily supposed to go like that. I think it was just a placement thing of where Gunther had himself placed, and they were at their time limit. Like the match was over, so the ref was just like 1, 2, 3, we out of here. I think now they're gonna try and turn it into like a storyline or something like that. But for all the people in my TikTok comments talking about some its storyline, it was supposed to end like that, you're absolutely slow, and I pray that you get the help that you need, because with
But damn,
with the conversation with the conversation that Triple H and Byron had backstage, you can tell that now they're gonna turn it into like a rematch, but it's not gonna be a rematch for like the crown. It's just gonna be a rematch to get one off.
yeah.
So yeah, y'all could fuck off. Also, we're not gonna forget Queen Naya, okay?
Yes, we are.
Oh wow, you're rude.
No, you know what? No, let me not say that. Let me not say that.
I'm not gonna forget my queen.
All right, all right. Nia has improved so much since he came back. I just don't want her to go into the bloodline
Oh god, here we go.
story because I think that is wah. Ain't nobody trying to see all that. You know what I'm saying? She's done great on her own so far. You know, and the way I see it, it's like, why are you messing with something that doesn't need to be messed with at the moment? If Nia was out there messing up and not cutting great promos and doing all this other stuff and not being responded to by the fans, then you put her in the bloodline to help out. She don't need the bloodline. If anything, the bloodline need her because she's talking better than all four of them. So Tonga makes noises. Other dude, I forget his name. He don't say nothing.
Tangaloa,
Yeah, him. He don't say nothing. Solo barely says anything besides letting Paul know that he talks to Roman Reigns, which
which isn't
ooh,
true.
okay. It's probably not, And Paul has been reduced to just looking at Solo with pure fear in his eyes. So I would think Nia is the tribal chief at this point. She has the most credentials out of everyone in there. So and then it changes the whole dynamic. And then Nia is somewhere where she doesn't need to be. She's doing fine on her own. Leave her alone. She's doing the whole tournament on her own. Don't mess with it.
I think that for me, the reason why I want her to be approached is because they don't have any gold in the bloodline right now, and the the crown would be considered gold. So she would essentially be the head of the table, like you said, like the like no funny shit. Um, and I think that's kind of why like they were trying to push this thing of Tama possibly getting there, but it is what it is. I am very very proud of Naya. She had her moment. She was out of character for 2 seconds, and then she snapped right back into it when she realized, oh shit, this camera's still on me. I need to cut my pose and all of this stuff. It's very much deserved. She is the second Queen of the Ring. The first one is Zelina Vega,
Zelina.
and Zelina said she was very, very happy and stuff about that. So, you know, I think the first two queens are some bad bitches. I'll say that it's some bad bitches. Um,
As long as they don't mess it up, because they with the same thing they did with Zelina, giving her a accent and a new song, and then it fell apart after a while because it's not sustainable, you know. So as long as they just treat Nia the way they have, and she just has the crown now, and she gets announced differently. Keep it like that. Don't give her some regal music. Don't give her a big robe and a throne. Maybe on the first night, if you want to get a picture off, little throne. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little scepter. You know what I'm saying? For 1 week, if anything. But do not go full King Booker into this because there's only one King Booker. You don't got to do that for Nia. Just continue as you are. You're not messing anything up. You ain't gotta push it. You know what I'm saying?
so Triple H did announce that the winners of the King and Queen of the Ring would get title matches at SummerSlam. So I've kind of figured since they were already teasing Nia and Bailey that that's what we will be going into going into August. I wasn't fully expecting for Gunther and Priest to be this soon. So going into that for August, cool. I noticed that for the PLEs, it's like every other PLE is gonna be like every other champion. So in France we had Damien and Bailey. Saturday we had Becky and Cody. So it's gonna be like every other. So they're not gonna put all the titles on the line like that. Well, no, because Cody also had a match
Yeah.
at Backlash too. That was his first defense. But I just feel like that's what they're gonna be doing. It's gonna be like every other. But because Cody deemed himself as the full time champion, he might just be working every PLE till they're like, all right, we're gonna take this belt off of you. But it's like an every other type of thing. That way that it looks.
Yeah. I do want Cody to work every show just because I want to make sure that it is being presented differently in the way Roman was being presented.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it does run the risk of people getting quote unquote bored. I don't know how you're bored with more matches from the champion, but that I'm asking too much from wrestling fans. But it's Cody's a weird case because booking faces in this company, it always for some reason they always find a way to mess it up. So this is another chance for Triple H to show that this is a different time period in the company and learn how to create stories that aren't revolved around things to me as easy as a family storyline is. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I never was so moved by the bloodline stuff is because all of it is being given right to you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to write family. It's all there. You know? If anything, the opposite I want for Cody because I don't want to hear him talk about his dad anymore or his brother. You know what I'm saying? They're not something that needs to be said in every promo. And the people who already don't like him, they really don't want to hear it. So you're not creating new fans. So if you're not creating new fans and you're just coddling the fans you already have, I don't know why you're doing it, you know? So as long as they're continuing to make storylines with people making new stars and showing that they have other people besides the 8 people they always use for their main events and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
then they'll be in the right way, you know? I don't think it's that hard.
um, the hell? I just got another random J Uso follow on Instagram. It's about the
Okay.
37th page. I'm lit.
Okay.
Uh, um, I think as far as we could talk about the triple threat for a little bit. Do you think that would happen with Otis and Chad is gonna play out on TV tonight on Raw?
Well, absolutely. I need. I don't know if I really care for a match because I don't. Otis as a solo superstar at the moment is it's not something that I personally care about. Um, but I am for the progression of Chad Gable, and I think his progression as far as him being a heel character is going to happen a lot quicker than the company may have expected because now the crowd is catching on with the "you suck" chants and stuff like that. So the crowd is already telling you that they are fully on board with what's happening. So I need them to. If this whole Alpha Academy dissension thing is supposed to happen like 3 weeks from now, I kind of need it to happen in like 2 weeks or maybe even 1 week, just because again you're going with fans who apparently get very bored very quickly,
Mm-hmm.
which again isn't me, but I'm not everyone. I'm only one person. So um, as long as Maxine, Akira, and Otis are disposed of by the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile in whatever shape, way, or form they decide to do that, then we'll be in the good graces. And I think at that point, that's when you put a championship on Gable, when you have a new Alpha Academy set up, and they've all established that they are there to help Chad win, and then you can move on with them as separate, not really working apart as a stable, but Ivy Nile becoming the superstar I know she can be, and I just need them to give her a chance. And the Creed brothers, once they get away from that terrible theme song, those are too many Kurt Angles in themselves. That Julius guy is. I don't think he's a. You said it. You said it repeatedly. You don't even think that he's a
I
human
don't I
person.
don't think
You
either
know.
of them are human. I think they're fucking robots that were placed on this earth to replace actual wrestlers because there's no
You're probably
reason
right.
why those men wrestle the way that they do, and there's no reason why she actually matches their energy the way that she does. The three of them aren't actual humans. I'm telling you, that workout video where they were like bench pressing and she decided that she wanted to be upside down on the fucking bar and also be no, no. Mm-mm.
He's a monster.
No,
He's
that's
a
not.
monster, and I need them to treat her as such.
Speaking of Gable and you mentioned Kurt Angle. He posted some coffee beans that say perk on them. Um,
Oh boy.
it seems like he is leaning into the whole Kurt Angle thing. Saudi did manage to get the "you suck" off in in the tune of the Alpha Academy's theme on Saturday. So kudos to them because I wouldn't have been able to do it. Um, I like where this is going. I truly believe that you work for the WWE because there is no way that you just looked at this and was like, yeah, this is happening, and then we're starting to see it slowly progress. We saw Chad talk to the Creed brothers, and we also saw him tell Ivy, "Yo, Maxine's a loser. Stop kicking it with her." As if they're not a
Yeah, right.
fucking tag team. and
Not for long. Once you realize,
yeah, so that's how that's going. It's okay for you to admit that you work for the company. It's 100% fine. I just think that
hey, real quick, real quick. I do not work for World Wrestling Entertainment or its affiliates or its competitors.
that's not true.
I am broke. So
What does
I
that
tell
mean?
you, I wouldn't be broke if I worked for them. I'll tell you that. And I wish I did. I would love to work for them one day. I fixed that whole company in about 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's not that hard to figure out as far as my brain goes. It doesn't seem like it's something that needs to be mulled over. It's written right there in front of you. Akira in chat, Akira and Otis. One, Akira Tozawa is way better than I think a lot of people even realize because he's doing the dance. You know, he's doing Alpha Academy stuff, and while some people may thought it was humorous, I do not like when amazing wrestlers get put into comedy gimmicks and then never get to show how good they are. I feel like it's a waste. So you got the Creed brothers right there. Ain't nothing funny no more. You know what I'm saying? This is what I need. I need dominance to begin. You add Chad Gable, who's been a great wrestler this whole time.
Shorty G.
I hate that name. Oh, I hate that gives me nightmares. But the fact that he's come from that, and he's been a great wrestler through that, and somehow has gotten better and progressed. That doesn't make any sense. So now you have to make sure that he is being given the time to show that he can lead this group into the promise that either way, even if Gable wasn't there, the Creed brothers are going to be made soon, and Ivy now should be made soon as well. So this is all. It seems like this is all meant to happen. You know what I'm saying? This is all. It's already been written. I couldn't have thought it up unless they told you. You know what I'm saying? They've been telling you for a very long time now. So all I'm waiting for is for them to actually do it, and I'll be a happy person.
I want to know what's next for Bronson Reed, because we can't keep putting him in these positions to where he's getting title matches and then he's just losing. I want to know what they're going to do next for him, because he can't keep chasing the IC title forever. He was, when Speed first started, he was a part of it, but we now know that Ricochet is the Speed champ, and like they have like a whole new set of people that's going after that title right now. So I want to know what it is that we can do with him to where he doesn't like fall to the wayside. I still think that Elimination Chamber would have been like a great opportunity for him. However, his wife was very, very pregnant and on her way to delivering child when that came around. So he was removed from the card, and the story played out the way that it did. But I would like to see him do more than just, be the big guy that squashes all the little people. Don't put him in a tag team, please. For the love of God, don't fucking do that shit.
That's what I thought.
That would piss me off.
I got scared. That's what you were leading to. No, I got scared.
No, don't put him in a tag team. That would be the worst thing that y'all could do over there. And I would personally go down to headquarters on a train. I would take that 2-hour train ride and fucking pick it outside for y'all to change that shit.
You want to see the Bronson and Braun tag team? B&B?
No.
Airbnb. That's gonna be a name. Airbnb.
That's terrible. Keep that here.
Write that down.
No, right here. Keep that here.
Write that in my notes. B&B, Braun and Bronson.
Here.
That would be a great tag team, though.
No.
Think about that.
No.
You have to wrestle Braun Strowman, and then Bronson is just there, too.
It's a lot of squishing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want them to do it, but
you know what I still think about?
Mm.
Braun Strowman and Ricochet being a tag team. I still think about that. Because why?
They tried to Rey Mysterio and Batista that shit. I know what they did. They tried it. And they almost tricked me, too. They almost tricked me.
Just like,
I refuse.
What the fuck is going on here? Like, what? No.
They had me for a little bit, and I was like, maybe this will be okay. It was not okay.
No.
It was not okay.
No, not at all. Just a whole lot of bald going on. It's not, no.
Yeah, it was too much bald. The bald and the beautiful is what I called them. They look both of them. I don't know which one was beautiful, but they both definitely look like Joe Silverstein in the face. That shit was crazy, but Ricochet deserves so much better than the tag team. Braun Strowman, yeah, he okay, I guess. He big, He tall. That's all.
He's huge. That man is huge.
He's. They got. I've never been a big Braun Strowman fan, anyway. So I mean, that's a personal thing for me. But Ricochet can do damn near whatever he wants to do. That man is excellent, and they need to.
Take the pyro out of his music. Yes, there we go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, because there's no pyro. It's just boom. It's just mad sounds and. And every Raw, I keep thinking maybe they're gonna do Pyro this week. No, they never do.
It's just an empty pop, and that shit is scary.
Now he's wearing suits, so I don't know if he's like, I don't know why he's just like suit man now. A heel Ricochet is terrible.
Ew.
I don't know if they're going that direction, but he's wearing lots of suits, and every time they give someone a suit, it just means heel, I guess. So I mean, I don't know. See, I don't know, but Bronson's a weird case though. I don't know.
He for sure definitely walked up on Ilya and was just like, "It's not over. Like we're gonna see each other again." And I was present for that first round of the King and Queen of the Ring tournaments, and I watched that shit through my fingers.
That was the best match of the entire tournament.
It was scary. Y'all got to watch that shit on
Yeah,
like on TV. I was standing 6 feet away from the ring.
that's good.
It was frightening. Is what it
Yeah,
does. No.
yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
No. I
I
don't
don't
know.
hear all this lollipop shit. This is supposed to make it seem like you about to start crying, and Ilya makes it seem like that all the time.
That shit was
And
scary.
Ricochet is a part of it, you know.
Like they both almost broke their fucking necks. It was just a whole lot of fucking Ilya and his selling is just it's insane. It I
Review
was
music, man.
scared, like physically scared. Like I was jumping. There's like a overhead shot when Ricochet jumped out of the ring onto Ilya, and when he like hit the floor face fucking first. There's like you just see me jump. Like that's how wide the shot was. You see me like actually like tense up when he hit the fucking ground. It's not fun to watch. They should that was a good pair, but it's fucking frightening. There was okay. I guess we could talk about Cody and Logan. I guess I was tiptoeing around that.
Hi.
I was
I
tiptoeing
mean,
around that shit. A lot of people are saying that Logan carried that match.
that is crazy. I don't know how in the world. I don't know how that even can be said. And yeah, that's pretty bad. That's a new one. That's pretty bad. Logan did definitely not. That was a 50-50 um thing there. It definitely was not a carry job. But Logan's just really good, but Cody has to be really good as well because as many frog splashes and when prime spits as Logan can do, Cody is still needs to be the veteran in the ring there, and he has an unbelievable amount of experience compared to the YouTuber man. So as good as the YouTuber man really is, Cody is all that and 10 times more because he has to make Logan look that much better. That's why the Roman match was so good because Roman, as excellent as he has to make Logan look that much better. You know what I'm saying? So definitely not to me. Did you feel it's a carry job? I mean,
No, I don't feel like he carried at all. I feel like there were spots that we didn't need in the match that happened, but I think it was a time thing. Like there was things that kept the match like going for a while. Um, I I do see Logan as getting better. However, I think that he needs to work on his stamina a little bit more. Because taking random prime breaks in the middle of your match, I mean, just do like everyone
hey,
else do and just roll out the ring and just go lay under that motherfucker for a little bit. There's Gatorade literally under the ring, but I get it. You want your prime spot because your logo wasn't in the center of the ring because Saudi Arabia said we not having that shit. That's y'all shit over there in America.
hey.
Because there was no prime station or anything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I think he does need to get his stamina up as far as like, how he controls like his breathing and stuff like that. Because you can look at Logan and tell when he gets winded. The face gets poofy, he turns pink, and then he just start doing shit to get stuff over with. I think that they did a really great job of keeping us engaged in that match. The Cody stop in the 10 count, the drone shot into the frog splash on the table, even Michael Cole and Corey getting involved. I don't know what made y'all think that was a seed planted for Corey to get in the ring and have a match with Logan, but cut that shit out.
You don't think so?
Corey Graves is not getting back in the ring anytime soon.
I don't expect him to. I hate Corey Graves, but I mean, I thought that's what they were. That's what I personally wanted Michael Cole to get back in the ring. Michael was about to bop him.
That I understand, but Corey's not getting back in.
Michael was about to give him the old one too.
Didn't Corey get like severely injured, which is why he's an announcer now?
I believe so. I wasn't really watching when he was. I wasn't watching NXT when he was doing his thing, so I didn't know that he wrestled until years after. People told me that, but I mean, I'm not sure the extent of his injury, but I knew it was something. I know it was something, so I'm not sure, but
I try to go back as often as I can to like catch up on stuff that I missed, because I was gone from wrestling for a really, really long time. So like I try and go back and catch up on stuff, and yeah, I came across that. I was looking at him. What pay-per-view was that last year? It might have been either Payback or Fastlane. It might have been Fastlane. Whichever one of them shits was a fucking snooze fest, and I was drunk during the watch along and never posted content for it. It's one of those. Yeah, no, I drank a whole bottle of wine during one of those PLEs last year, and it was just like, yeah, nah, like it was boring, so I drank wine to like hype myself up, and it wasn't it. But I was just like, yo, like he's like mad fine, and my friend was like, girl, I used to be just like you, don't even do it. And then at the time I was binging Total Divas, and then I got to where she was just like, yeah, don't even do it, and the whole ex-wife thing and Carmella and the scandal and all that shit. So it's just like, oh, I see why she told me to calm my little hyperactive ass down. But I don't see that leading to a match at all. Because what the fuck is Logan gonna do? Show up on Friday and try and poke the bear again? Not with Wade Barrett sitting there. I would hope not.
They probably do the same thing. They probably do the same thing that they were doing with freaking Theory and Pat. You know? I guess it's always a possibility. Again, I'm not really in the let's do that right now, but I mean, I don't know. It's just I don't care for Corey Graves wrestling, you know, and I'm not the biggest Logan Paul fan anyway, but I'm teaching myself to appreciate when people are doing a good job, and that's what he's doing. It's just I just need LA Knight to beat him at SummerSlam, dog. That's all I need. He doesn't defend the belt anyway.
Nothing will ever make me like Logan Paul, so there's that. And
that's cool too, you know.
And the whole his belt not being up for grabs pisses me off, because it should have been, because he doesn't defend. He's part-time, but he claims he wants to be full-time. But it's just like, do I want to see you full-time? No. And then every time you bring your little YouTuber friends with you, somebody gets hurt. So no.
It's true.
Because his cameraman got slammed by Cody at the signing. And then one of his other little roadies got fucking pulled over the shit. I don't know if that's one of his producers on his podcast, Jeff or whatever, or if that's just one of his friends. He always has the fucking brass knuckles. Like why do you just have 3 pairs? Like what the fuck is going on? And why do you need brass knuckles when you have a metal plate in your hand? That doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Like I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know why they're running with that metal plate thing still. I'm like, bro, that was merely for the Roman match to make it seem like Roman wasn't possibly getting pinned by a right hand while he got put through everything possibly else and kicked out at 2.
But that's like an actual fact, though. That's not like storyline.
It's really a plate in his hand?
Yes.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
What?
Listen, I've been on the internet surfing and creating just as long as Logan Paul. I know a lot of things about that young white man that I shouldn't know. But yeah, no, that's not a storyline thing. That's like a real thing.
How was he allowed to wrestle? Isn't that cheating somehow? Right? Like,
Yes.
yes. Okay. All right. Now we verbalized it.
So, I saved the best for last. The women's world champion is Liv Morgan.
Oh yeah.
The first leg of the revenge tour is over. We're about to get back on this bus and beat some more ass. Becky better not try it tonight. I don't give a fuck about your rematch clause. You shouldn't have had the title to begin with. You lost at WrestleMania.
Real.
Like, I watched you get pinned with my own 4 eyes. Like,
Real.
No, there was absolutely no reason why Becky should have even won that battle royal to fucking get the belt to begin with. And we wouldn't have had to be here. They could have done Liv never beat Becky while Liv also having the title for this match. Like, that still could have just been it.
Yeah.
And she could have just pinned her and called it a day and still been champ. We didn't have to do this.
That could have been her first title defense.
Exactly. So
that's a hell of a way to start with a title, but or this is also a thought, WWE. Maybe, just throwing this out there. After Rhea relinquishes the championship, you do not need a world champion the week after. That doesn't make any sense because now you're putting everyone at risk of losing this nut-ass battle royale that didn't need to happen. And really, it should have been just a 3-woman battle royale. You could have had just a triple threat match. Because we only knew it was one of the 3 winning, either Nia, Becky, or Liv. So what was the point of putting everyone in there? What, to get them on TV for 5 minutes? No one was looking at them. And that's not even the sense of like, oh, the people already don't care about certain matches when they know the victor. With what I'm saying, we walked into this knowing those 3 were going to win. So you're putting all of the other women in the match, and I get it, to get them out there in front of the camera. Okay, that's great too, but you're also putting them at risk of fans not caring about them more because they were treated as if they were just there. You know what I'm saying? You weren't doing one crazy spot with each wrestler. They were just being thrown out left and right. So how is a new fan supposed to care about a Kaden Carter or Ivy Nile or Candice LeRae when they're just getting thrown out and the crowd is only focused in on 3 people? You know what I'm saying? I understand the aspect of putting these superstars in the ring, but you have to have reasoning for putting them in. You can't just say, all right, throw them in the ring and then we'll just do it. You know what that reminds me of? When Vince used to put 50 women in there for the battle royale at WrestleMania and then for a man to win. That's what it reminds me. It reminds me of, oh, we have a whole bunch of women, let's put them in the ring. No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Because as surface level is, we have all the women here for exposure. I don't know who was sitting there like, hey, Candice LeRae did a very good job in that battle royale. You know why? Because everyone knew Candice wasn't going to win it. So you don't have to put her in that position of being further forgotten about. You could have her in the backstage segment or promo. There's other ways to use these women instead of just putting them in the ring and saying, hey, you're gonna get tossed over rope tonight because really you're just in here as enhancement talent. When half of these wrestlers are better than the women that you're featuring every week, but you're putting them in 2-minute matches. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
this is why I consistently say that.
I need them to put some respect on Chelsea Green and stop playing around at this point.
That's what I'm saying. You got Chelsea Green in there just...
Is rude.
Yeah. I keep saying this. You need a woman to run the women's division. I know Triple H did good with NXT. That's cool. We're not NXT anymore. This is a bigger roster, a longer show. He did great with a 1-hour show. This is a 3-hour TV broadcast. You have to find different ways to present your women instead of just saying Becky Lynch. Who else we have? No, we got Becky Lynch though. Okay, who else? Oh, Charlotte coming back. Okay, Mercedes is going. Bailey, y'all don't care about her that much. We already know about that. I've been treating her like that for years. We already know it's okay. It's not okay, but I know. Oh, we got Bianca. Bianca's on SmackDown. See, you have to. These are things that you do. There's a cause and effect for everything. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like Triple H just doesn't understand how to book the women's division the right way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I do. I think anytime a woman was in there with creative, they did a better job. So once the women's division is handed over to a woman, I think she might do better. You know, I don't think
Yeah,
Triple
y'all
H
can
doing
go
a
ahead
better
and call
job.
me. That'll be fine. You know,
That's cool too.
I'm just not going on the road with y'all. Y'all can stick me in the office and I'll fax the papers over. I'm not. Y'all not about to have me on the road for 52 weeks out the goddamn year. Absolutely the fuck not.
It's not rocket science. It's really not. It's not rocket science. You don't have to do this. And they do this with the men too. If I'm being honest with you, like, all right, we got a Cedric Alexander and all this. Let's put them in the ring. No, you don't have to do that just because he's there. You don't have to do all that because you're just throwing people in the ring to throw them in the ring. If you have if you have 30 women that you want to use on the show tonight, some of the matches, backstage segments, promos, there's other things to do. Interviews, there's other things you can do instead of just throw them in the ring and treating them as if they're just there to get Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, and Liv Morgan over. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate your concern for the holler that I just let out. I almost obliterated my big toe with my keyboard. It fell off on my lap.
I thought your mic peaked. I didn't know that was you hollering. That sounded like a mic peak. I didn't know what that was.
But we move.
You all right?
I'm good. But Liv Morgan is now the champion. Damian Priest is probably going to choke Dominic tonight. I'm all for it. If Rhea shows up in a sling and starts asking questions, I wouldn't be opposed to that either. But for the most part, somebody other than JD McDonough is going to get their ass beat tonight because JD has a match tonight against Braun Strowman. Unprovoked. He better use that big ass head. So before we move on to the bloodbath that was fucking double or nothing last night, I want to play a little game. I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to share my screen and then we're going to get to it real quick, right?
Okay.
So I am sharing my screen. Boom. Now, the question is, your birth month has challenged you to a street fight. How doomed are you? So, for me...
Wait.
Do you
I
see
can't
it?
see anything.
You don't see it?
No. I only see your face.
Did
I'm
you?
totally fine with that. It's just I can't.
You don't see the screen share?
Oh, there we go. Okay, we good.
You good? You in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, for me, I was born in July. So, for me, the person for the month of July is Bobby Lashley. I told my Bobby Lashley story already. I'm fucked. What about you?
November, Randy Orton. See, all I gotta do is go for the knees in the back. You know what I'm saying? Gunter taught me everything. As soon as the match start, kick him right in his knee. It's over with. As long as I avoid that RKO, I'm all right. I could just take that leg out, and this is game time. I think I could beat him.
You sure?
Absolutely. How tall is Randy?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question because I was going there. Oh shit! I closed the tab that I needed. What the fuck?
6'4", right? 6'3", 6'4".
We'll find out in a second. Mind your business. Don't ask why there's stuff in the cart.
Dear God.
Randall Keith. I'm not.
Don't Liv Morgan at the top. Oh my God.
I'm not scrolling all the way down there. We're gonna do this. Yeah. Do that. We're hitting buttons over here. Superstar stats. Randy is 6'5".
Yeah. Okay. Jeez. All right. Still. it's a street fight, so hey, I can use a stop sign, I can use a kendo stick or some of those things of that nature. Um,
So
yes,
so
I'm taking his knee
the
out.
the question here is, right? Isn't Trent about that height? About 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just
You gotta
using
go
that.
for the legs.
I was just using that for size.
You gotta go for the legs. The tall people are, oh, he's tall. I don't care. Take the legs out. Huss. Now you my height. Now what? Now we both 6 feet. Now what you wanna do?
Let me see. 6'3". Okay, no wonder I was frightened. Okay, 6'3". Bobby Lashley's about the same height as my best friend. So that's yeah. That is, and he just all like muscle. Like the handshake was really really light, and I appreciate Bobby for that because I really thought he was gonna crush me.
Bobby's different because he's excellent. So there's no weaknesses in his game. You just got to sit there and hope he don't tackle you. You know.
That is also true. Okay, name one match your wrestler has had. So
Oh, not touch.
for me, for the month of July, it's Jey Uso. A Jey Uso match I can name. Probably one of my favorite matches too. Jey Uso versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship on Raw. They were cooking during that match. They was in the mud. I love that match. And then also that first match against Gunther for the IC title that Jimmy ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Those two matches on Raw, chef's fucking kiss. Now for you.
Um.
No,
Well,
for the month of November, it's Lexus King. Name a match.
I don't know why he's there. I can say the Obafemi match. I guess I can say the Carmelo Hayes match, which again I forgot happened. I just um
Forgetting a match that you were present for is crazy.
Lexus King is he's a weird case. I just every time I see him doing something, I just go to sleep. I don't know.
He has a chameleon beard.
I do hate his fade. Whoever his barber is, fuck his barber.
His
I,
barber
I
was
hate his
recommended
barber.
to him by Carmelo Hayes, so
Well, he needs to unrecommend him that because that obviously those two things aren't going to work out anymore because that's I don't like it. But nah, yeah, just probably Obafemi match or Carmelo Hayes match. Lexus King isn't a bad wrestler. I just he bores me. He bores me, man.
I don't like his character. His character is very douchebaggy. And I don't feel like he's like that in real life. I
I
I just
every
don't.
time I look at the fade, I just think that he is. So the fade is that's what makes me angry. Every time I see that lineup, I'm like, yep, yep, that's his character. That's him for real. I don't know. I don't know.
Let's see. And then this is the last one. And then I have a question for you. So it says remove one champion reign from each row. So the top row is Rhea Ripley, Naomi, Lyra. The second row is the Kabuki Warriors, Tiffany Stratton, Io Sky. The third row is Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, and Bayley.
Uh it's between Naomi and Lyra right now. I'm gonna remove Lyra. Um, just because I still don't understand what she be doing. I thank her for her service of defeating Becky Lynch. I anyone who defeated Becky Lynch at that point, they're gonna be okay with me forever. You know what I'm saying? So I never hate Lyra. Um, I'm gonna take Io out because Io didn't do much with that belt after winning it. Um, and Bianca looked too amazing with that belt to just have it be taken away from her by the cash in. But it made sense. It was the correct thing was done. It's just Io didn't really do anything with the belt. Um, and then I'm never taking anything away from the EST or the CEO. So Bailey, you'll have to take a seat on this one. I apologize.
So I believe we went the same route. I think that I ended up taking out Bianca's run as the Raw Women's Champ, even though she is the longest. I just felt like Xing out a horsewoman was like a crime. So
I think so.
I got rid of the EST instead. Again, Io didn't really do anything with her title ring, and that belt should have been on Bianca that night at SummerSlam, but it is what it is. And to me, Lyra was just a transitional champion. They had to put somebody in between Becky and giving it back to Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
I still have to get myself SmackDown Women's Championship so I can put my Naomi side plates on it. I love that woman. She's amazing. I do. And the thing that upsets me the most is that I could have went to World on that Friday and seen her had that earthquake not happened and fucked up my whole train route.
Yeah, that was crazy, yeah.
You texted me and you was like, Naomi's in here, and I full-blown cussed you out, because why would you tell me that?
I informed you what was happening. I had to let you know that,
I was like, why would you tell me that? I didn't have my side plates with me. If I would have had my side plates with me and I had also missed that opportunity to get that box signed, I would have been even more pissed. But I didn't bring my side plates with me because I didn't have any intentions on, like, meeting her. But if that would have went the way that it was supposed to go, minus that whole, like, earthquake thing, they were giving out papers that, like, you know, the superstars could sign and stuff like that. But I don't think I would have wanted that on paper. They would have just been mad at me because I was getting a selfie that day. I'm sorry. Because they were like, no selfies in the line. Bitch, fuck you. Not when my wife is sitting right there. No, absolutely not. And then the first time I ever seen Rhea Ripley, I lost my voice for like a solid 2 days and then had to turn around and do it all over again the week after. So, can't take anything from the Kabuki Warriors. I feel like them as a tag team as a whole was great. I don't have nice things to say about Tiffany Stratton, so I'm going to move on. Yeah. Last night shows me every AEW pay-per-view shows me why I don't sit and actually like watch all 3 shows, and I can only tolerate 1.5. I can't. It's too much blood. Like I can't get with it. It's not.
There's a lot.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a lot. I mean, I think overall, I think the show was very, very well done. Tony Khan, if he can't do anything right, he knows how to make a pay-per-view mean something. And I do think MJF may have just saved AEW from anything that could have happened bad. Because he said he's not leaving. He got a little tattoo on his foot, you know what I'm saying? I guess that means he ain't leaving. I don't know. Tattoos could be removed. You can get 2 tattoos. You got 2 heels. I don't know. But bro may have just saved AEW from impending doom. I think Tony Khan has to thank him financially for that, you know, because they needed something, and MJF is that something until further notice, you know. But Mercedes Moné won. That's all I cared about. She beat Willow in an excellent match. I think the best match of the night. So, yeah. That's really all I was there for. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. That's all I got from that show.
That match was 18 minutes. What the fuck?
That is that real music right there. That's what I like right there.
first of all, I just want to say this. Yes, Double or Nothing was great last night. It was great. I don't take anything from it. It's just too damn long.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't understand why their pay-per-views are so long and why they try to cram any and everything into the fucking into the pay-per-views at once. I don't like. I'm looking at a video right now, and I don't like how close Swerve is standing to Mercedes and how she like caressed his face. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not gonna start no rumors.
What?
I'm not gonna start no rumors.
I'll curse. I'll curse right now. Don't do that to me.
I ain't gonna start no. But
I'll never dance Swerve again.
But I am gonna send this to you on Twitter so that you can see what I'm looking at.
I don't want to see that. Don't show that to me. I already don't like him for a certain reason already. I was trying to let him slide.
I already hit send. My fault. So.
You know what?
So with that, as far as the triple main event, right? I feel like things should have been placed a certain way. First of all, your world champion should be last, but being that the Young Bucks are EVPs of, they just get to be put wherever the fuck they want to be put on the card. Whatever, who gives a fuck? So you had that shit show of a fucking match, right? I just saw a picture of Darby Allin's nose. He really should not be wrestling. Bro got hit by a bus and broke his nose on said bus. Had a meet and greet the next day. Went to the meet and greet. Foot still broken. Bones have not healed from that whole broken foot thing. When he, what, did he break his foot during Sting's last match, or did that happen before that?
I don't know. I know he broke his foot. I have no idea when he did it. I ain't gonna care.
So the foot is broken. The nose is broken. He wore a face mask, but the face mask had thumbtacks on it. So every time he took a blow to the face, there's thumbtack prints on his nose currently. So it's just like, sit him down.
Some point.
My goat had a match last night. Very, very, very bloody match. I blinked and then all of a sudden fucking Adam and goddamn Malachi were just oozing from the brain. I didn't know how it happened. I literally looked at one monitor, turned back, there was blood. I think we both said it at the same time. Why are they bleeding?
Yeah, it started very quickly. And I was like, okay,
like,
all right.
Oh, all right, well.
I'm hot.
Like, bloodbath. That match had no disqualification, so a lot of shit happened within that match. I don't know how the fuck they broke outside of the cage. That was locked with a chain and lock. How the fuck did y'all break through that? The world may never know.
It isn't a match over at that point? Like, I thought.
Like, the point of a cage.
Like, you weren't allowed to go up there.
Inside the cage.
Yeah, shit.
So, you had that bullshit going on. There were some matches that I blanked out of. Why is Will Ospreay opening your fucking show, Tony Khan? Please! Please! Like...
Hey.
Like...
Gotta start off hot, I guess. I don't know.
Like, your pre-show already is like an episode of fucking Dynamite as it is, right? And then you start your pay-per-view off with Will Ospreay. Why? Why did we do that? We could have switched that with Mox. Mox could have opened.
That nut ass Orange Tragedy.
That could have also opened.
Oh my god.
Especially if Ospreay was winning the title, that shouldn't have been your opening match.
Ospreay winning was just that was gonna happen either way because I'm surprised he got a belt before he got to Swerve, because if he got in that ring with Swerve, Swerve was gonna lose. Ospreay not gonna lose for a very long time. I know they're gonna put a belt on him at some point, and that's just happened. He gonna be the longest reigning international champion. I'll tell you that. He ain't
But
going nowhere.
but I guess them going first was a way to bring in MJF, which we all thought he was coming back at Forbidden Door because Forbidden Door is going to be in his hometown. So it also would have made sense because the last time we saw him was in his hometown, so him coming back in his hometown would have made sense, Tony. But I see the powder go straight to the brain and nowhere else. But he confronted Adam Cole, gave him a low blow. He hugged him and then gave him a low blow. That was cool, I guess. I'm looking at the card now. Yeah. The way that the card is set up is how the match should have went. Stop putting Chris Jericho on my fucking TV. I would appreciate it.
Please.
That Unified World Trios Championship, that could have even opened. Like, it was just
It was whack too.
so much shit that could have went before that international title match, in my opinion. I'm sorry, like, just what the fuck? Like, the way that the card, like, the poster is laid out, I feel like that's the way that it should have went. So
If at any point he decides to make 6-match cards, the show's gonna be that much better. Because you could have taken away so much. There was so much fat on this show.
there was 10
You're just
matches.
taking out the way.
We sat
Yeah,
through
you could have
10 matches.
6 or 7. You would have had an even better show than it already was.
And one of the 3 main events didn't start until midnight. That's
Man.
crazy.
Very whack indeed.
I'm not gonna hold you. We could have did without that 20 Storm match too. That shit was ass.
I mean, I'm never gonna say no to Tony Storm. So I mean, I see your viewpoints. It's just
Yeah, she's great. That match wasn't. I was bored. I was literally on my computer like making shirt designs. I was just like, I don't have time for that.
damn.
That's what happened. I was over here clicking on the fucking Photoshop and shit. I was not paying attention to that shit. It did not capture me at all. Swerve and Christian, that was pretty good. At some point in that match, I did look away, and then when I looked back at my monitor, Prince Nana was running away with a pipe in his hand, so I don't know what the fuck he did with said pipe. I don't know who he hit in the head with, because he had got ejected, like, early in the match, because he got set up. So, if anybody can explain that to me, I would, or make it a meme. One of the two, or both. I need an explanation for that, because that was crazy. I'm not the biggest Swerve Strickland fan. I'm a black woman. So anything he does from here on out, congratulations. I'm still looking at this card, looking for something to like talk about that doesn't involve blood. Jericho should not have won that match again. They were like, Tony, what does he have on you? Like, I promise you, it's okay if it comes out.
He's just fat, Jericho, and I'm not gonna be like, I'm saying that because Jericho's not a good guy. I don't like him. I never did, So then it just got worse over time, and now he's out there just flopping around, looking like a raw chicken and shit. I don't want to see that.
I can say this as someone who grew up in the Attitude Era, he was all right back then. Like, he was cool. He actually looked like something back then. I don't know what happened after he left the WWE.
He looks like a melting candle now.
He looks like Mr. Krabs without the shell.
Yeah.
It's just
some naked crustaceans out there flapping around.
It's not okay.
Talk about I'm the learning tree. No, you look like a dying tree. Like you ugly as shit.
And did your phone die? The FaceTime is gone.
Probably did. Yeah.
And Hook, I still need you to explain that 7:30 to me. I don't care about nobody else. I need you to explain that to me. I need to know why you're walking around with
Why are
numbers.
you so obsessed with those numbers?
It's my
I
birthday.
want to know.
It's my birthday.
Yeah, I
7:30.
know that, but I thought, is there anything else, or is
No.
it? Oh,
No, it's my birthday.
okay,
Like,
carry
why
on.
is he just walking around with my numbers on? But
Apologize for my language.
going back to that barbed wire steel cage match. AE did
Oh,
something. AEW did something that WWE didn't want to do, and we all remembered. So fuck y'all.
what is that? Oh, wait, what are you talking about, Gangrel?
Yes. So
I lost it, bro.
basically, Cope did a interview with CVV, and he said that when he did the match against Finn, he wanted him to come out with him, and they were like, "No, that's so long ago. People aren't gonna remember him." Blah 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 blah. He came up through that fucking mat last night, and everybody lost it. Y'all dropped the fucking ball, man. How y'all let Tony Khan get one up on y'all like that?
Every time. I don't know why you won't listen to Edge of all people. Like
That pop
everyone would
was
know.
crazy.
And even if they didn't know, because like I do understand the viewpoint on one end, because when Edge came out with the Brood music that one time, no one even responded to it except like me and then like some people I know. The crowd there had no idea what was going on, so I do understand why they probably gauged it right there. They probably said, "All right, no one knew what this Brood stuff was. We're not doing this anymore." So I ain't gonna lie, I kind of understand. I ain't gonna lie,
Fuck
I don't
them.
understand.
Fuck them.
Oh,
It's
right.
just like, I felt the way I did as a kid seeing them come out. And I hope that there's a picture of all three of them backstage floating around on the internet somewhere. Please let there be. Like, I need it now. I don't care about your storylines and Christian being a dickhead. I need a picture of all three of them right now. Somebody make it appear on my interwebs, please. Yeah, I feel like they dropped the ball with that. That could have been a moment, because that was a Finn versus Edge. That was a Mania match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No,
Last year,
that definitely would have popped.
I think so.
That definitely would have popped, because you have people of all ages at WrestleMania. That shit would have popped. But no, AEW got the upper hand on that shit, so it is what it is. Mercedes Moné is champion. Swerve retained. Tony retained. Ospreay is new champ. Cope retained. Y2 Fado retained.
Why too fat? Oh,
Uh, Bang Bang Gang retained. Mox retained, right?
it was like a championship eliminator match. So it was just, if Takeshita win, I think it was just Takeshita would have got a title shot. But yeah, Mox won. So
Okay. And then Orange Cassidy won, right?
yeah, wait, I don't know.
Whew.
I don't know.
Whew.
I have no idea if he won that match.
Christ.
Good thing I can't see that. It's in one ear and out the other. I tell you.
Let me see. Let me see if they have the ending of this match on this damn page.
I
Well,
have
yeah.
no idea if that
Um,
man won.
for the most part. Oh, somebody. Hold on. Let me open that card back up. Somebody from somebody almost busted their ass when they came out last night. That shit was funny.
Oh
Uh,
no.
there was spit in the air, and then homeboy like went to go slide in the front, and he almost slid on his ass. Um, that was great. But yeah, lots of blood. They hung Darby Allin upside down till he passed out. By the way, fucking assholes. He was already losing blood, and then you decide, oh, I'm gonna put him upside the fuck down and hang him there for 7 minutes straight.
That was crazy. That was insane.
He passed out. So, again, y'all prove to me more and more why I just can't sit through AEW on a regular basis, because it's insane. After the cage match, Selena Vega tweeted like one of the most astonished emojis I've ever seen in my fucking life, and I was just like, yeah, I'd look like that too if my husband was dripping in fucking blood 5 minutes into the match and then continued to bleed for the next 15-20 minutes repeatedly, just in the same spot, just ugh. They turned on Willow. I saw that coming from a mile away. But I don't want to see where that's gonna go. I don't.
Why not?
I don't.
Okay.
Because what are they gonna do? We're gonna just get 50-11 matches of Chris and Willow.
Yeah, when you say it like that,
like the fuck.
You're definitely right.
Mercedes had that fuck ass bob. We need to take the scissors away from her. That's really all I got for AEW. Just lots of blood. At some point during that match, they killed. Brian died. But I'm so happy I saw this image. Tony Khan, what the fuck is your problem? I'm talking directly to Tony.
What are you talking about?
Why on God's green earth did you write or approve for any reason for Darby Allin to light Jack Perry on fucking fire? You was trying to send him to his daddy?
That was crazy, bro.
Was you trying to send him to Luke? Like, first class, 1 day shipping. Was you trying to send that boy to his daddy?
He'd say that. I don't even know how. See, man, I don't know how to explain that.
Because it was from the leg. It was from the legs down. So like, they had to have like gasoline on his legs because they were readily available to like put him out. But it's just like, why was that ever a good idea? Like, I understand lighting a table on fire and putting somebody through the table, because once you go through the table, the fire goes out. But that boy, his clothes were soaked. And you approved for him to be lit on fucking fire? I'm telling you, it's going up his nose canal and straight to his fucking brain. Like,
that shit was nuts, right?
And then you got yoked up too, and then you force tumbled yourself down the ramp, and it was very obvious that you force tumbled yourself down the ramp, and then ran your ass back to the back.
And that looked funny.
That shit was Looney Tune as fuck.
That looked so funny, bro.
For somebody who didn't want to be an on-screen, character, sure as hell done turned yourself into one. And these Reeboks are ugly.
Reeboks?
The Young Buck Reeboks? Let me
have Reeboks?
Let me ruin your vision real quick. Can you see the
sneaker? I don't want to see
No, it's too late.
It's never too late. I ain't gonna click this thing.
Can you please?
That sneaker. What is that, man? If you don't get those Skechers shape ups out of here.
And then the pump in the front, they were using that pump to pump up their sneakers during the fucking match.
They are not John Cena. I don't know who in the see. That's why I don't like them. This is why I just think the Bucks should just not.
Are they sold out?
I wouldn't be surprised.
The product you are trying to view is no longer available. Y'all are disgusting, and I bet you they on StockX already.
I would not be surprised if they're all sold out. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of Young Bucks fans running around. Yeah.
StockX. Let's see. Let's see how much y'all are reselling these ugly ass sneakers for. Oh, they're not up here yet. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
It's good, I guess.
Oh yeah, I guess. But for the most part, I enjoyed AEW. Y'all just gotta chill with the blood because y'all like it's just too much. I don't do good with bodily fluids. Like I've said this on multiple occasions that when I worked at Disney, it just wasn't my role. Just wasn't for me.
Hey.
I can't do it. And then they put out this lazy ass MJF shirt. So I was asked to make my own version of this. And so that'll be on the site whenever I decide to launch it. But I guess that's it for AEW. Get off the topic. Talking about that shit gives me a headache. There are no Raw previews on the website. What are y'all doing? Y'all show is tonight.
Only got that one match between freaking On and JD, which I don't care about.
That is all that is advertised for tonight. There's nothing else here. So we might get a promo from fucking Drew and Priest. We might. Pat McAfee's definitely gonna bring up the whole thing between Logan and Cole. That's inevitable. Hopefully Otis and Chad can get some understanding of what happened.
I know some understanding. Yeah. And Gable got clocked, that's all.
Yeah, it is.
All that occurred there.
It is what it is. They haven't updated the. I haven't updated the website, so. Oh, I need to actually go watch NXT. Holy shit, that would be great. That's it. That's all. For this week. I guess tell them where they can find you.
I am under all social media platforms at Beyonce. I mean, at Laf Lysha. I thank you all for listening. Thank you, Lysha, for having me on. I hope this is the beginning of an amazing time on the podcasting services and talking of things of wrestling and things of that nature. And yeah, Live Morgan Ranch Tour, just starting. And make sure all you respect your CEO and say thank you, Trish, today.
Anyway.
That's all I got.
Fucking goofball. Anyway, you can find me on all social media platforms. It's under Lysha Maurice X3, except for Instagram. That's Blue Rebel X3. You can listen to this podcast anywhere that podcasts can be found. So that is Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Podcasts. We're over there as well. That's it for the Wrasslin Room, and I guess we can keep the ending of the show alive. In the words of Maya, yeet.